Good morning, people. Right, today we're going to be doing a review of my CALIBRE BOSSNUT. I've recently passed 1,000 miles on my Strava, so done 1,000 miles on the beast. So I'll be letting you know my thoughts on that. But first, I'm off to have a little ride. That was fun. Let's go give the bike a bit of a clean and I'll talk you through what I think of it. I see. Let's get this beast clean. Right, so I got this bike back in September. I've done 1,000 miles on it since I've had it. Let's go through a few things that I think about it then. So we'll start off with the bad stuff. So first of all, it's these rear shock mounts. They keep coming loose and basically they're made of really weak metal and they round off super easy. I think it's because the recesses where you put your Allen key are so shallow it just makes it easy to round. But I sorted out the problem with them coming undone just by using some red thread lock rather than the blue stuff, and then tighten it as much as I dare, and I haven't had an issue with that since. What else was a problem? Oh yeah, the spokes. After my first ride I checked all the spokes, and it turned out that one of them had completely come loose and it had ripped all the threads out of the spoke nipple, so I had to replace that. Then I had to check the wheels then, because I didn't trust them, and it turned out they weren't very straight, so I had to go around aligning all the wheels front and rear and tightening all the spokes correctly. So that was number 2. The cable routing is not really very good. I've used some electrical conduit stuff there to tidy it up, and it rubs on the frame there quite badly, but if you don't keep it tight, it's right next to the drive train, so you've got to keep it tight to the frame. It also runs across the top of the chainstay, so putting any kind of chain slap protector on is a bit of a nightmare really, so I've just got a bit of old inner tube wrapped around to do the job. The paint work is not the best. I mean, it's not a big thing, but it chips quite easily. It's not very thick, but that's not the it's not a big problem. And basically after 1,000 miles of hard riding, there's a little bit of play in the headset, so it probably wants some new bearings, but I'm not the lightest of people, so that's probably more me than the bike, I would say. So let's get on to the good stuff. The good stuff is the suspension, front and rear, fantastic. Now, that rear shock's small, and when I first got it I thought that's a bit small. I don't know if it's going to take my weight with being nearly 17 stone, but it hasn't missed a beat. It's been brilliant, brilliant shock. The front forks, really good for like the low end type of RockShox fork. They're absolutely brilliant, and they were super easy to extend to 150mm travel rather than the 130 that it comes at, which actually slackens out the head angle and gives you a bit more distance between the front and rear wheel, so it makes it a bit more stable in my opinion. The drivetrain, it's as though it's the SRAM SX entry level. You haven't missed a beat. It's been brilliant, brilliant. Really smooth shift. The shifter's really smooth, fantastic. What else we got? The whole bike as a whole is extremely strong, stronger than what I expected. I've had some quite big crashes, as my skill level is not that great, and both me and the bike have come out of it completely unscathed, so that was surprising. The brakes, level T SRAMs, the levers are nice, good feel to them, and they're adjustable, and they're only small discs. I think it's 180 front, 160 rear. I've upgraded to sintered pads for the winter, but they're powerful. One finger braking, all you need. Fantastic. So all in all, I would highly recommend this bike. There we go. That's my 1,000 mile review. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like the video, give us a like and a subscribe. Any comments, stick them in the box. Oh, before you go, one last issue I've got with this bike. I don't know if anyone else has had this issue. If you have, put it in the comments. Every time I wash it, this seems to happen. So it's just been washed. Take the seat post out. And tip her up. Now that happens all the time. The seat stem seems to get full of water after it's been washed. So I've had the bottom bracket to bits a few times and re-greased it just in case. But if anyone else gets that issue, or is it just my cheap dropper post? Could possibly be. Anyway, let me know. Cheers for watching.